Welcome to this episode of Hypnotist Bernie's Exposition. Sorry about that. Joining us tonight is Nicole. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. How are you,
Doing
Bernard?
well, doing well. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you originally from?
Originally, I'm from California, Northern California to be exact.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yes, living in Rhode Island now.
Okay, which part of Northern California?
Near San Francisco, not too far, in
Okay, so is it
Richmond.
by the sea?
Yeah, it's in
Okay.
Richmond. It's probably like 15 minutes from San Francisco, 15,
Oh,
20-minute
perfect,
drive.
perfect. So there's a lot of high-tech companies there?
Not right there, but there are
Okay.
some nearby. Not where I'm at, but
Okay.
a lot of them.
Oh, yeah. So you have lived through the whole tech startup boom. down there.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
What do you perceive as the biggest difference between San Francisco and New England?
I would have to say, if anything, probably the people. It's a lot different. Where I'm from, in San Francisco, everyone's really laid back and chill, kind of like a hippie vibe. There's a lot of it's a big melting pot of different
Okay.
types of people. Here, I love it here, but the people are totally different, a little more fast paced and
Okay.
yeah.
Do you feel like I guess Boston and Rhode Island people are moving a little bit faster than California?
I wouldn't say moving faster, just moving a little differently as far as like, I don't want to say like you guys are mean, but definitely a different attitude than California can be sometimes. You have to kind of get used to it. I've been living here 10 years, so I am accustomed
Okay.
to it now. A lot of ball busting
Oh, yeah.
and stuff.
Oh, really? Do you talk to people in Boston?
I do. I have a lot of friends
Okay.
in Boston.
Or do you smile at people in Boston?
No.
They say-
Oh, you mean like
Yeah.
walking past in the street?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they say never smile at a Bostonian.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. That's the difference. In California, we all smile. We say hi. Boston, you just keep it.
If you
just
say
keep
hi
going.
to like random people, they'll be thinking.
What's she saying
they'll
hi to
call
me
the
for?
cops,
What's
yeah.
her problem?
Yeah.
Yes, so.
Yeah. So, what else do you think is a big difference between Northern California? Is there a big difference between Northern Californian and Southern Californian? Do you think?
In my eyes, yes. I've
Okay.
lived in both. So there definitely is a difference. Same thing with the people. It's more kind of laid back in
Okay.
Northern California, to whereas you go to LA and people are a little more, they can be snotty or they can be.
Do you think so?
Yeah, in some parts. It just depends where you're at. But I think LA's got the worst traffic too.
Oh yeah.
Oh God. So yeah, there's a lot of people in LA as well. And
Oh,
it
yeah,
is
it's-
and
it's-
it's definitely different.
Okay. Do you think it's like Boston, New York kind of difference?
Yes, in a sense, definitely. Even though
Do you think there's a rivalry between like San Francisco people and Los Angeles?
a silent rivalry. We
Okay.
don't talk about it too much, but yes, Northern
Okay.
California, Southern California. There's a lot of people when I say, "Oh, I'm from California," they'll go, "Oh yeah, I've been to LA," and I'm saying, "No, I'm from Northern California. That's
Oh,
about a 6-7 hour drive away from
Oh,
LA,
yeah.
so it's totally different." Both very charming, beautiful places, though. I love it.
Okay. Do you drive there a lot?
I travel back home probably 3 times a year, and I'll
Okay.
go stay with my family for a month. I bring my kids,
Okay.
and so I will travel back and forth.
Where do the kids like better?
They're too young to know. I got 5 and
Oh,
2. They
yeah.
don't have
Oh, yeah.
any. They have no clue.
Oh, yeah. Do they like it flying? Do they like the airplane?
They're good at it by now since we go so much. I
Okay.
don't know if they like it,
Are
but
they
they're
get
good at
excited?
it.
No?
Yes, they get excited to go see
Okay.
Nana and Papa.
Okay. I mean, like on the airplane and stuff.
Yeah, and they get excited to fly.
Okay.
They love it.
Yeah. I wish I would have flown that much when I was a kid. When the first time I got an airplane.
It's
I
good
can't
to
sleep
get
the
used
whole
to it
night.
at a young age, because a
That's
lot of
true,
people don't
yeah.
fly till they get older, and then they kind of have like a stigma behind
Yeah,
it. Like,
that's
I'm
true.
scared to fly.
I guess like in our generation, it's much less of a big deal to get on an airplane. Whereas like 20 years ago,
You
it's
don't
like-
hear
it's
about
like
them going down that much. I think people are comfortable to get on planes.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
kind of like a
safe.
commute,
Yeah, it's like the Airbus.
In the old days, it was an event,
Right.
Yeah, these days it's just I guess the airline tickets is a lot cheaper.
Yeah, when you book a far in advance, I find that you can get some really good deals. You can fly for, $100.
How much is it to San Francisco? Like Like
Generally,
150, 200 bucks?
generally 150, 180, 200. But every
Wow.
now and again, I'll find if I book in advance, I'll find a ticket for maybe $99
Oh, really?
sometimes. Yeah,
Oh,
so
wow.
that makes it really nice.
That's that's cheaper than going a night out, you know?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
take a trip,
Yeah.
travel,
Yeah.
get out.
Yeah. That's so much fun. So what do you do in Rhode Island these days?
Currently, I'm a stay-at-home mother. I have two kids, a 5-year-old boy and a 2-year-old girl. So
Mhm.
I'm at home with them, and I do some modeling on the side as well when I
Okay.
have free time.
Okay. What kind of modeling? How's
I really just got started back doing it, but
okay.
I've been working on my headshots and just working on my portfolio in hopes of getting like some commercial modeling gigs.
Okay.
I'd like to be like in a catalog or something. That's good work because they'll use you over and over. So
Okay.
that's what I'd like to go into, and maybe some acting as well.
Okay. That's great. Have you done like modeling acting in like California? I suppose that would be the capital of.
It is booming there. When I'm 30 now, when I was
Okay.
younger, before I had my kids, I was starting to do some modeling, and then I had children, so it just slowed down
Okay.
everything that I was doing. So
Would you
now I'm getting back to that.
would you consider volunteering your kids for models?
They're cute.
Like
I
child
would
acting?
consider it. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah. That would be well, I don't want to like exploit children or whatnot, but I guess like they're in demand, you know.
Oh
Or
yeah,
would you consider, doing like YouTube videos with your kids and stuff like that?
definitely. If
Like,
they were into it and they wanted to, then
do you
definitely.
have any like pets?
No pets as
Like
of now. I have two rascals running
like
around
a
my house. No pets.
like a baby with a cat, that gets you 10 million
Oh
hits like right
yeah,
away.
I love the baby videos with
Yeah.
the dogs. Those
Yeah,
are
baby and
heartwarming.
puppies.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love those.
It'll go viral.
Guilty. I
know,
can
yeah.
watch those all day.
All day. Yeah. Maybe that's your niche, a baby and a dog. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to get a dog.
Yeah. Or just go to SPCA,
Call
and,
a friend. Can I
yeah.
borrow your
You
pup?
can borrow, yeah, free dog sitting.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So it sounds like you're doing very well.
Yes, I am doing very well. Recently engaged. I just bought a house.
Oh, perfect.
So I do have
Perfect.
some good things going for myself.
That's great. So what would you like to work on tonight with hypnosis?
Like we talked about earlier, I'd really like to work on my confidence.
Okay.
I'm doing this modeling now. I am 30. This is a different turning point in my life, and I'm modeling around a lot of younger girls who all are beautiful and have the world going for themselves, but I'd like to feel more comfortable doing what I'm doing in my career field and in my path. I would definitely like to work on confidence.
Okay.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit more. Is there a time where you feel the lack of confidence have been have um, let's put it, have been an obstacle for you to achieve what you want to do?
Definitely. I think.
Tell us a story.
Okay. I'll tell a story as an example.
Okay.
Doing the modeling, I just started back probably a little over a year ago, and we were having a fashion show, and some of the clothes weren't fitting me as good as they were fitting the other girls. So for me, it was just like very. I didn't feel that great about it, and
How would you know that wasn't fitting?
Well, I was putting the clothes on and they weren't fitting.
Okay.
They were made for little tiny girls that are size 2 and 4,
Okay.
and I'm an 8 to 10.
Okay.
Having kids changes your body.
You're a real woman.
Yes, yes. I have some curves. But having children changes your body too. And so I think that's where the main source of, when I was 21, I had a small little waistline, and
Okay.
so now I'm not having that same confidence that I used to have wearing outfits. And believe it or not, as being a woman, and especially this day and age, your physical appearance is worry about it a lot. It's pressuring to look beautiful and to be thin or, whatever. So I would like to work on that area because for me, not trying those clothes on, it was just like heartbreaking. I was looking at everyone and I wasn't jealous of them, but I'm looking at them and I'm saying, oh, wow, their little waistlines, they all look so good in the clothes. And I just didn't feel comfortable.
And how did you
I didn't feel
perform?
confident. I was comfortable. I wasn't as confident as I'd
Okay.
like to be that day.
And that was another story. Is that the only time that you feel the lack of confidence have well did you that's the only time you feel that lack of confidence?
No, it's just been popping up a lot recently. I've been doing photo shoots
Hmm.
and I haven't been looking the way I want to in the pictures. Um, I was going to the gym for a couple months and then I ended up getting sick. And so I kind of fell off of my gym routine and I missed
Okay.
close to a month of gym time because I just couldn't shake this cold. And so I gained some pounds and, a lot of it, like I said, is just physical stuff, but it bothers me trying to do these photo shoots and do these things. I want to look good and I want to get work and I want to get paid work. So I would definitely like to be more confident in that area.
Okay. How do you feel right now as you were talking about
I feel pretty good. I mean, I don't really feel anything negative. I just feel like hopeful that maybe I can improve it.
that? Okay.
Definitely this year I want to work on improving that. I think it'd be a lot more beneficial for me with what I'm doing if I was more confident, if I could walk into a room and say, hey, I got this, instead of being anxious and feeling like, oh, I'm not enough. I want to feel like enough.
Okay. Tell me more. What do you mean by feeling enough?
Just I mean, personally, I've been working on like keeping my hair healthy, my skin healthy,
Okay.
eating healthier, because I know that all those things are going to help me to be more confident. But it does go deeper than that. A lot of people think I have it together because I'm this pretty girl and I give the illusion that I do, that I am confident, but I'm just not. I don't really know exactly what it is, but it could be better.
How does it feel to well going back a little bit, what makes you say that you are putting up or do you feel that other people perceive who you are is different than who you really are?
Yeah, people that are not very close to me may perceive me as someone who has it all together, who's organized, who is confident, who believes in themselves. Like people who don't know me, I put on a pretty good air of having it all together,
Okay.
and I really do. I think a lot of people are good at kind of masking those things, but I happen to be one of them. I'm really good at making everything look better than it might be.
Do you feel the pressure
I,
of putting up a well I guess like it's nothing wrong with it, but everybody has to put like a professional face out there, right?
mm-hmm.
But do you feel pressure? How do you feel as you try to project that image of to the world?
Some days it can be a lot of pressure because I am, you know, just striving to just keep everything together, which is hard too. I don't, to make it look like it's all together. There's a lot of work, so I feel the pressure of that for sure. And when I'm not all together and looking good and like my normal self, people are like, "What's wrong with you?" So there is a lot of pressure because I want to make sure that I keep that up. So when people don't see me like that, they're like, they're kind of taken aback. Whoa, what happened to you? Because I'm always looking like that. So it is a lot of pressure. I just got engaged. There's the pressure there. I want to fit in my wedding dress. I just have a lot going on.
Do you feel so when people see uh, when you think people found when you think people see you of who you are but not the person who you're projecting out there, how does that make you feel? What kind of thoughts go through your
Um, like when you're saying the days that I don't have it all together and people see me like that and they're kind of like,
mind? Right. That's
how do I feel those days?
right.
I don't, I don't feel good. I don't like people seeing me like that.
Is that important to you?
Yes, it is important to me to kind of seem to have it all together. Especially being a mother and having my children watching me. I think I'm always trying to be the best that I can be for them. The best the idea that I have in my head of what the best is. My mother was a phenomenal mother, and so I'm always trying to,
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. I'm trying to always meet that standard as well, and I feel pressure to meet that standard sometimes.
Okay. And I know it's difficult comparing yourself to your parents, who's like a hero to you. And how do you feel? What do you think is the difference between the you right now and the person that you aspire to be as a parent?
I think the difference between me right now and that person that I aspire to be is just nothing but time is really going to, take care of that. A lot of maturity, experience. I think those things are definitely those are the things that have got me to where I am now. So I know that that's what will make me strong, is just going through it, experience and time and maturity.
Okay. Interesting. You use the word strong. What does that word mean to you?
In my mind, strong is, just basically trying to keep it all together, like what I've been doing. You have little people watching you. My husband works all day. He depends on me when he comes home for everything to be in order. I really feel like I am the glue that holds my family together. So I have to be strong in order to do that. House needs to be clean. To meet my standards of what I think is okay, my house needs to be clean, laundry between 4 people, little ones that have a million questions and working on their 1s, 2, 3s, and ABCs with them.
Right.
There's just a lot of responsibility that falls on me. My husband's not home sometimes till 6 o'clock, maybe a little after. And so everything, a lot of responsibility falls on me in that area.
Do you find that it is the same kind of strength that you want to project out there as a personal self and as a professional self?
Yes.
Do you think there's a difference that you want to project out there from who you are in a private life and who you are as a professional life?
I think they kind of go hand in hand, because especially having a job like modeling and acting and stuff, it's so like you don't have to really be very, it's not a very serious job. I think,
no, it's serious.
Yeah, but it's a little more laid back than going to like a 9 to 5.
It's just less structured.
Yes, very less structured. But I still would like to seem like that strong individual who has it all together. So in both areas, I'd like to be more confident.
Do you think that at the same time, do you feel a equivalence between the word strong and confident?
Definitely. Yes.
And in the past, do you have a clear idea of what confidence is, or is just like a vague idea out there?
In the past, you're saying, like when I was younger?
Or like when you are trying to become more confident, do you have a clear idea of what confidence would look like, I guess?
I guess confidence, I feel like, is when you walk into a room or you walk into a situation and you feel like, I got this. I own this. This is all me. I feel like that's kind of what confidence is. You're not coming in timid or shy or doubting yourself. There's no you hear those little whispers of self-doubts in your head. I feel like confidence is minus all that. You don't hear those whispers maybe.
Is that the same kind of ideal self you also want to project into your private life?
Definitely. Yes.
Okay. And do you think that no, I don't know anything about your domestic life, and I don't want to question that.
Mm-hmm.
But do you feel that your questioning of yourself in a private family life is the same kind of insecurity that you're projecting into your professional self?
Not as much. I feel a lot more confident at home. I am a good mother and everything is flowing smoothly there like I would like it to. I have day-to-day challenges just like anyone else, but in my career is where I really am looking for the confidence more so than anything.
Okay. Now let's pretend everything works out perfectly, and you're in your next fashion show or modeling gig. And how do you see if everything works out perfectly and has a magic wand and thing everything is perfect? How would you see yourself being different?
I think I'd be at my ideal weight, and fitness wise, I would be more where I'd like to be. But also, I think that it would open up the doors for me to where I could get more paid gigs and more castings if I had, better confidence. For sure. I think I'd get a lot more. I think I'd have a lot more work underneath my belt.
Okay. Well, I guess it all goes back to this too. What does confidence mean to you? Like, when you see yourself as more confident, what kind of thoughts goes through your mind?
As far as what I'm talking about, like when I am doing the photo shoots with the photographers and I'm posing and this and that, I feel like I need to be more confident while I'm doing that, because while I'm doing that, I'm anxious. Like there's a million things going through my head and I'm getting nervous and my palms get sweaty and then I might start to sweat on my face a little bit. Like you can see it, it's just pure anxiety. And like I said, those little whispers go through your head telling you you're not good enough, or you're not looking good enough, or.
So if you're calm and those voices are no longer bothering you,
Mm-hmm.
do you think that you would take a big step towards what you could perceive as confidence?
Definitely. If I was calmer and wasn't thinking those things about myself and there wasn't that self-doubt, I think that would definitely lead to me being more confident and I'd be behind that camera just hitting those poses without question, and it would be more fluid, like it'd be more natural to not feel like that.
This is good. You see what we're doing? We're just opening up the word confidence. That way, it just feels like every time you say the word confident, you just hit a brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know what it is that you need to do or feel or think, but that you need to do something. And then, bang, it's confident. But like, you're also telling yourself you're not confident. So I guess like being fluid is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I guess relax. How would you describe you being confident without using a negative term, as in like no voices in my head? That's it. That's negative, as in like I don't want this.
Mm-hmm.
As in like I want this. It's like going to McDonald's and say I don't want a filet of fish and I don't want a double cheeseburger. And the guy will be asking, so what is it that you want, right?
Yeah.
So like instead of saying what you don't want, how would you describe you being confident in using positive only words? I know you have to like bend your vocabulary a little bit,
Right.
bend your grammar a little bit, but like squeeze your brain
Mm-hmm.
and try to describe yourself as confident.
Okay. So I think that fluid and natural were good words, being more natural. And this is hard. Like, what do I perceive as confident? I'd like to be. I can't find the best words for it, but.
Well, how would you feel differently?
I would feel a lot more confident. I can't think of the words I want to say right now.
Let's try this exercise without using the word. Well, you see what we are doing here, right?
Yes.
So it's like I said before, that's kind of like the barrier that you want to overcome.
Mm-hmm.
I know you want to feel confident,
right?
But you kind of stop thinking, kind of stop feeling anything, and just replace that. Oh, I need to be more confident, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once you're able to open that up, you'll feel a lot more energy flowing through you.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm like,
with strength, a little bit of time. a little while ago we talked about strength. Do you think that has to do with feeling more confident,
Definitely.
feeling strong?
Feeling strong.
And replacing the word confident with strong just for this moment.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go to a photo shoot and you feel strong,
Mm-hmm.
how would that feel different from the way you feel before?
I would really just, it's like the perfect words are on the tip of my brain, but I just feel more assured. Like I want to feel more assurance of who I am, like as a person, to know that I'm worthy. You know, I want to feel worthy of everything that I'm doing and receiving. But yeah, strong.
Do you feel better now? Like, do you feel better than a minute ago when describing confidence?
A little better, and I still feel like I'm really thinking about it too, and thinking
Right,
more
that's
about
why,
what being confident means to me.
right, because you haven't considered that before.
Right, I'm just like, oh, I
And
want to
and
feel
this is
confident.
like another step forward to your, I guess, like personal development and
Definitely.
professional development, and moving you towards, a higher level of performance, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have 45 seconds left. So how would you project your image to be a little bit different from before?
As far as
At when everything is working perfectly.
I'd be a lot happier.
Is okay.
Yes.
Describe that feeling.
Just I would be a lot happier to know that everything is, I got this. That feeling of just I got this.
Okay. Perfect. So we have to take a 3-minute break. It is 8:27. We'll be back at 8:30, and join us in 3 minutes. Hypnotist Bernie, Cambridge, Channel 9. Hello, welcome back to this episode of Hypnotist Bernie's Exposition. Still with us tonight is Nicole. How are you doing?
Still doing good.
Still doing good. Still doing good. So, how do you feel so far compared to like half an hour ago when you come in? In relations to your confidence, do you feel yourself getting to know yourself a little bit better than before?
I feel myself starting to think, which is good because
Okay.
I already thought I was thinking before. So
Okay.
now that I'm thinking even more, that's great.
Okay. So a minute ago, so we're just trying to work on this new you, right?
Mm-hmm.
How else do you feel when you so a minute ago you said when you walk into a set and you said I got this, so that's a good start. What else would you how else would you feel different from before when you're feeling completely confident?
When I'm feeling completely confident, like I said, I feel very probably happy and upbeat, positive. Probably just very airy. I think the naturalness comes back to it. You can really tell when someone's being like natural, when something comes natural to them.
Would you equate being confident as just like fully relaxed and chilled out?
That's how I think of confident to be. Yeah,
Okay.
Relaxed and in a relaxive state. Maybe not even relaxively, because if you're doing something that's not relaxed and that's
right, yeah. You don't want your pilot to be relaxed.
Yeah. Need him to be
stay awake, man.
Very alert.
Yeah. You don't want him to go, passengers, we may be landing in half an hour or 5 minutes, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want him to, like your surgeon,
Yeah, so, depending on what you're doing, I don't know if relaxed is the best word for that, because you could be doing something that's not relaxed, but you still feel very just sure of yourself. Okay. Very sure.
Well, I like to tell my clients with performance anxiety that anxiety is your body drifting into a high gear. Mm-hmm. Right. I think like, especially in the US, I don't want to generalize, but that's how I broadly feel. Mm-hmm. that Americans need to feel this like numbness in order to think that they're feeling good, right? I don't know. Do you see this? Like a lot of people equate feeling good as like a sense of like just numb.
Hmm.
And when you're performing at a high level, it doesn't it people are just really focused, but they're also like not like numb, you know. I guess like it's just like a people that needs like what do you call it? You know, that pill that relieve anxiety that everybody.
What is it? Adderall or like
No,
Ritalin?
that's more like a rub. That's an upper.
Oh, for anxiety.
Yeah,
Xanax.
yeah, something like that. You know,
Yeah.
in order like that's how they perceive as what they normally should be. But then this excited, slightly jittery kind of feeling is actually good. You know, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
It's-
definitely get what you're saying.
Would you rather not feel jittery at all, or
No, I think a little bit of jitters and adrenaline is good because those are nerves, and that's what kind of
right?
that's like the thrill of it of doing stuff. I'm more so have a problem
A
with.
lot of professional theater actors say that they really need that slight jitter. That's why a lot of famous actors, on film actors, they always go back to theater.
Yeah.
It's because they said that they need that kind of like jittery, kind of quote unquote anxiety, but like kind of like your whole body shaking a
It's
little bit.
excitement.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what drives them, and that's what they need in order to perform at a very high level, right? So I guess like going back to a minute ago, do you feel that you need to be extremely relaxed to do a job, or do you think that you are misperceiving your body signal?
Hmm. I would say that there could be a mixture of that. Maybe I
Okay.
am misperceiving some of the nerves that go behind doing something like that, getting behind camera and feeling that extra adrenaline. Wow, I'm
Right.
doing something different. I'm doing something that, people are going to see me. But there also is back to that self-doubt. When I'm feeling like that, it's mostly because I'm not feeling worthy enough. I don't think it's the nerves. I think it's more so me just way overthinking it. When everyone tells me, you're beautiful, you're a great person, you got this. I get assured a lot from my friends and family, but for some reason it's just not clicking with me. All the time. There are times where I'm that are better than others, but
Okay. And what do you mean by clicking?
just that everything that people are telling me about myself, they're saying, "Oh, you're beautiful and you're talented," and some days I just don't see it.
Okay.
Or I'm doing too much comparing myself to others and maybe not being myself enough. You look at other people, especially with social media, it's so easy to compare yourself to others. Well, this person is this age and they're already here, or you compare your situation to other people's situations a lot.
Do you feel that other people are comparing them to you?
Some days I have to think of that there may be people that are maybe looking up to me and think, wow, she's got everything that I want. So some days I
But
do.
isn't that cool?
Yeah, it is a good feeling.
Doesn't that feel good?
It does. It feels really good.
See? So now you know how it feels, yeah.
Yeah.
People look up to you, and people who look at your product, I guess your pictures, and they really likes it. How does that make you feel?
I feel great.
Tell me more.
Like recently I just started doing more photo shoots and exploring more things, and I've been getting a lot of positive feedback on my Instagram and my Facebook, and it just feels
That's the feel,
feels
yeah.
really nice. It's positivity, which feels great.
So that, in a way, that verifies your worthiness, doesn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
How does it feel now compared to a minute ago?
I feel good thinking about that. I feel really nice thinking about people looking up to me or being a good example to somebody.
Okay. So let's recap a little bit. So compared to half an hour ago, and you walk into a set and you said you need more confidence. Now we can like expand that, right? Now doesn't it feel that your perception has opened up? Like you're allowing a broader field of awareness come into you.
Yes. Yeah.
And you understand yourself a lot more than before.
Yeah, even in that short amount of time, just sitting here and really thinking about it does make I feel open to, well, now what can I do to work on it, or just thinking more about it. Like you said, thinking about what words besides confidence, can you think of that, I'm really thinking,
right.
Which is nice.
Which I think like is also in a way, a good artist, a body artist, as in like an actor or like a dancer, they can project a fine distinction of inner self out to the world, right? Like, winning a race, confidence is different than, achieving a personal confidence. And it's different from waking up in the morning and going to work kind of confidence. So there's this emotional and cognitive distinction that a very fine artist could project into the world, right? Now, do you think you have the tools today, at least, or a path forward to distinguish your emotions and thinking moving forward? You get what I'm saying?
I kind of
like different level, different way of perceiving confidence, I guess.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, I'm definitely open-minded to now thinking of that in a different way, or thinking of.
So you can be confident when you say you're strong. So you get what this exercise is all about. I'm trying to hone you in to a feeling of what for you personally, is confidence.
Right.
That way you can feel that, and you can use that feeling, right?
Right.
So feeling strong, that's one way, right?
Yes.
I got this, that's one way, right? But those two are very different.
Right.
Do you think so?
I think they go hand in hand.
That's true.
When you're strong, you're able to pick things up.
Right.
And you're able to.
So like, can I touch you on the shoulder?
Sure.
So one thing we do now is called anchoring an emotion. So like, just remember this, like, believe that you're really strong right now. Take a moment to just imagine yourself being really strong right here. And now the next time you're in a situation where you need to project confidence, can you find that feeling right there again? Do you think you can do that?
Yeah, yes.
Like, can I touch you again?
Sure.
So like, think about and remember how you feel when you say, I got this. Okay, just imagine yourself as that person right now. And just be really intensely focused on that person who say, I got this. Okay? Now lock in that feeling. Right? So the next time you're in a situation when you need that emotion, you can just click your finger. Well, you can just do whatever. You can just click your finger. You can like tap it. Yeah, But, you remember that, right?
That it's right there.
Yeah, that is right there. And it's in you. Like, it's nothing to do with my hand or your shoulder. But you know how that feels already.
Right.
Whereas in before, you're searching for that confidence, but you don't know where to find it. But now you know where to find it, right?
Right.
Name another incident where you're perfectly confident.
Where I was perfectly confident?
Yeah, like you got this, everything is perfect, all your cylinders are firing. Okay.
In a situation where I felt perfectly confident is I just had a birthday party recently. I just turned 30 in January, and I had my hair done really nicely and my nails done really nicely, and I had a really big birthday party for all my girlfriends, and I bought champagne and like a nice hotel suite, and it just was really nice. I felt really confident because I really put a lot of energy and time into making sure that me and these girls are going to have a good time. I'm going to look good. I got a makeup artist for all the girls. Like, it was just a situation where I felt totally in charge, and I felt like I did everything great and good, and everyone had such a good time. It was successful.
So just remember the time that I'm going to touch your shoulder again, okay? When just project yourself in your memory when you're perfectly and totally in charge and everybody's happy and in the flow. Now remember this feeling, right? So the next time you already have this repertoire of good feelings that you can tap into. Right there and then, you know, when you go to photo shoot, you can just click your finger and you are there. And you can turn it on and off, right?
Right.
You know, and then when you go to your grocery shopping, you don't have to keep that up, you know.
I can
just wear a hat, you know.
Laid back mom
just
that
wear
I
like a bubble jacket and just push your cart and just be cool, you know.
Yeah, sweatpants.
And then you can like switch back into that role right there and then you know you go party.
Right.
And
it's
then,
almost
you know,
like
I
want to say almost like an alter ego a little bit. I don't want to put it like that because but it almost is, because it's like I'm switching on to
That's true. I guess a lot of models and actors, they do that. You know?
They do. It's something, I think it helps them, I've read about it, to get into that.
Right. And also get out of that, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't want to like bring your modeling stuff home. Right?
No.
You want to like walk around your kitchen like that. Yeah. You can, but it's kind of
strike
exhausting.
A pose while I'm washing the dishes.
Yeah. You can do that. I mean, yeah. But like, you know, you have the option here to turn it on and off.
Right.
Okay, so what we are about to do, just triggering it. Okay, this weird light bouncing off there. Yeah, so I'm just, so what we're about to do is hypnosis. I'm just going to move your chair back a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, don't freak out. I'm just going to move the chair. Now I want you to, I guess, like, put your heels on the, was that comfortable?
Why, should I take my shoes? Be comfortable.
Would you mind doing?
I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, that wouldn't bother me.
Well, so if you
way
are
more comfortable than
if you are just learning hypnosis, what we do is grounding. We try to have people's feet either flat on the floor or put their bottom of the feet on something resting rather than hanging out there. All right. So I want you to just hold out your hands like this. Right, so I'm going to touch you on the bottom of your hand right here. Is that okay?
Sure.
Now I just want you to very lightly press on the tip of my fingers, as light as possible. I'm going to direct your hand a little bit here, this way. Just press down very lightly, very lightly. Now as soon as your palm touches your knee, I want you to just roll your eyeball up to the top of your forehead, and as if you are watching a movie on your forehead. And in this movie, in the perfect scene, you can see yourself on a calm, quiet beach. And in this quiet beach, you can feel, see, and hear all the sensation very vividly. You can hear the sound of the ocean waves in the background. You can see the perfect color of the ocean, the blue of the ocean, every foam on the ocean surface, every grain of sand is in high definition. And you can even feel the warm sand under your feet and in between your toes. And you can even feel the dampness of the sand as you dig your toes deeper into the sand. It just feels so good. That's right. As soon as your palm touches your knee, I want you to just feel yourself fully immersed in this beautiful scenery. And let go completely and drift into a deep hypnotic sleep. That's right. You can hear the seagulls on top of your head. You can see the children playing in the background, the cloud above your head, the sun ray on your nose, smell the ocean breeze, the ocean air wafting in your hair. Everything is so vivid, so real, so beautiful. That's right. Drifting deeper and deeper into hypnosis. That's right. Deeper and deeper, more and more vivid. That's right. That's right. And just relax completely now. Completely now. As if your entire body becomes a rag doll. That's right. Just let go. Let go of all the tension. Let go of all the tension. That's right. Just let go. Let go. Let your joint just hang there, loose, limp, and relaxed. As if your joints and bones have disappeared. You're just hanging there. Just hanging there. That's right. Just relax. Just relax. Feel good, isn't it? Just relax. 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 Just let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. As I count backwards from 5 to 1, with each number I count, you find yourself drifting deeper and deeper into your chair. With each number I count, you feel 10 times as relaxed, 10 times as deep, 10 times as comfortable, going so deep into hypnosis now. 5. Just feel your body sinking, 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 and your mind drifting, drifting, drifting. Feel as if your entire body is sinking through the chair, all the way down, deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed. 4, 3, relax, let go, sleep. 2, 1, sleep now. Drifting all the way through to the floor, all the way down, deeper and deeper down. Good. Now I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I reach number 3, I want you to open your eyes. You'll feel great, but you'll still be deep in hypnosis. Whenever you hear my voice, and only my voice says sleep now, you'll find your eyes rolling all the way to the top of your head. You'll find your eyelids become very heavy, and you'll drift back into hypnosis. Each time you go back into hypnosis, it goes 10 times deeper as before. 1, 2, 3, eyes open, feeling great. So, how long of a drive is it from Rhode Island to Cambridge?
It's like an hour and 42 minutes.
Oh wow! And when did you start driving? When did you and your friends start driving?
What time?
Yeah. Look up here.
4 o'clock.
Sleep now. 1, 2, 3, eyes open, feeling great. So was it hard to find parking?
Not too hard. Nope.
Not too hard. Look up here. Sleep now. Deeper and deeper. each time you go back into hypnosis, you sink 10 times as deep as before. Just feeling so good, so relaxed, so comfortable. Now, in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When I reach number 3, I want you to open your eyes and you'll feel great. And next time, only my hand and my voice touches your hand right here. As long as my finger is touching your palm right here, you find yourself feeling sleepier and sleepier and sleepier. You'll be able to talk and think and feel just like you normally would, but you just feel your eyelids becoming heavier and heavier and heavier. And when you're unable to keep your eyes open any longer, you'll close your eyes and drop back into hypnosis. 1, 2, 3, eyes open, feeling great. So how long was the drive? Was it from Rhode Island? Where in Rhode Island are you from?
In Burrville. It's kind of like the countryside.
Oh yeah, is it by the sea or is it far from there?
No, it's in the outskirts.
Oh yeah, and how long have you been living there? Going all the way down. Now, Nicole, a minute ago we've talked about how you want to become more confident. And take this moment right now and use your unconscious mind to find any bits of resistance that you're holding on. Any voices in the past that told you otherwise. Any negativity that you're holding on about your image. I want you to just let it go and let it dissipate into the atmosphere. And as you do that, it is feeling as if a ton of brick has been lifted from your body. It is as if you're holding onto a backpack full of rocks. And right this moment, you're able to put down that backpack and leave whatever in the past. And this feels so good and so light, doesn't it? Good. Now I want you to imagine yourself as this new you. This new you who is full of confidence and able to switch on your professional self anytime you want. The feeling that everything is clicking, everything is flowing, everything is fluid. You got this. The feeling of strong. And locking in this feeling that people are looking up to you. Your friends are admiring you for being a model. Your Instagram friends who think you're good at modeling. And just feel this confident feeling that you're in charge, completely in control of the situation. Good. I'm going to count to 1 to 10. When I reach number 10, you come back to this room. You feel great, fully confident, in charge, clicking, and fluid. Fully relaxed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feeling like you've just slept for the last 12 hours. 6, 7, 8. With a big smile on your face. Optimistic and delightful. 9, and whenever you're ready, you can open your eyes. 10, feeling great. Feels good, doesn't it?
Feels really good.
That's great. This is Hypnotist Bernie. Thanks for coming, and join us next week on CCTV Channel 9, Cambridge.